So last week we talked about why do some diet changes fail to improve health? And we covered some things like low fat or fat-free milk and taking the skin off the chicken and eliminating red meat and eliminating carbs and adding healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed, those kind of things. And then I talked about a class that I teach. If you've taken that class, you know why some of those things don't work. You already know that. But if you haven't, I'm going to give you some cliff notes. So there are no healthy fats per se. There are healthier fats. There's obviously an avocado is going to be much healthier for you than bacon. The thing is, to add fat to your diet on purpose because you've been told it's a good thing to add, you're adding fat. And the interesting part is olive oil decreases circulation just like saturated fat. The data has shown that. It injures the endothelial cells that produce nitric oxide in your circulatory system. And now it can constrict the blood vessels because they're no longer open and wide and dilated. It's not really your friend. And if you're struggling to lose weight, just eliminating oils from your diet might allow you to do that. Because as Dr. John McDougall says, yes, really, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. And then all dairy products, they increase the risk of cancer and diabetes and digestive disorders. And oh my goodness, just I could go on and on and on. And that includes cheese, which is about 70% fat, and most of that is saturated fat. And hopefully you'll hear me. Yogurt does not restore beneficial floral levels either, not optimal levels of the beneficial bacteria in your GI tract. So it's really important that these things are understood. And then the whole thing about animal meats, which is anything with a face or a mother, even if it swims, they all contain cholesterol. And cholesterol does promote not such good things in the body. Plants don't contain cholesterol because they don't have a liver. It's made by the liver of the animals. Chicken, turkey, and beef pretty much have the same fat content. Now, obviously, hamburger is going to have more fat content than a turkey breast, but not everybody's eating hamburger. And there are a lot of red meats out there that are very similar in fat content to poultry. And fish, guess what? Salmon outshines all because it's almost 50% fat. So again, if you are attempting to lose weight, those excess calories are not your friend. And then what about the eliminating carbs thing? Well, there's unhealthy carbs and there's healthy carbs. And I know there's a huge debate out there about whether or not you should consume carbs. And there's lots of people out there that are touting that, they're living on animal foods and they're living on fats and they feel better than they've ever felt in their life and they've lost weight and all this other stuff. The problem is the blood work doesn't align with that. People who end up eating that way end up with some pretty unhealthy blood work, and their weight starts to go up. Your body and your brain needs carbohydrates, and you will destroy your health over time living on animal foods and fats. Now, I'm not saying you need to be 100% vegan. I'm not using the V word, but you really need to minimize animal food take to at least 10% or less in order to achieve health. And starving yourself just lowers your metabolism. As soon as you give up, you gain the weight right back again and then some. Controlling portions, limiting calories, as long as you can stand the pangs of hunger, is not a lifelong goal. All these things are relatively useless at improving health outcomes. So I hope this has helped. I know there's a lot that would really help you in more detail. I hope you take a class. I hope you reach out to me. You've got to find some expert guidance so that you can do this and see the success that you are seeking. So, are the changes that you've attempted based on mainstream knowledge and information? That may be why you haven't seen success. Next, we're going to cover, is your workout working? I'll see you next week.